Morning, folks. How we doing? (5:07 a.m. Saturday, July 9th. The information I gave you about Corey, what he was talking about with those teardrop ships and who everybody was in each one of the ships, not the names of the beings, just who they are. Remember, I see energy, feel hearts, I feel everything, see it. I don't have the names, and Corey will give them to you. He'll give them to you straight up. The names that they're using to talk about to each other, for each other. You should go by that, because he's going to have exact, direct information. There's others too. Paul and Berjou, for instance. Folks, they get personal visits at night. It hasn't gotten to the point where it's a conversation yet, but it will soon, okay? Berjou and Paul are not afraid of nothing, okay? They're tough, they're strong, they're ready. I was just talking, well, I wasn't talking, Paul sent me a text. He works late hours. His hours are not regular. The industry he works in, right now, railroad, it's late at night. So anyway, he had gotten home, just laid down, passed out, and he said he just closed his eyes and all of a sudden he was right in the face of a huge lion. And the lion was just waking up. And he said, Jay, the lion looked like it was asleep a long time, and he was waiting for me to confirm what he was thinking, you know. And I just told him it's his turn. Paul's going to do a lot for you, folks. He's not out in the open yet doing a lot of stuff. He's preparing. His timing is just fine. Berjou's already out there talking with you all. And those of you that have appointments with her, you know, have consults, you're finding out she's pretty darn strong, okay? And she's accurate as hell. Her pineal's fine, but her scanner's really strong. And Paul, his scanner's good, but his pineal's just crazy. It's what we are based on. July 7th. How can I put this? Something happened on July 7th in two different places on this planet, where what I call the Annunaki, it's just a problematic Annunaki on this planet, where they were trying to get back some of their important prisoners, because they are being taken away. There is a resistance force here. A lot of people you might talk to that are really tied up in their scheduled during the day, which I guess they should be to take care of things, but they're not taking enough time to relax and see what's going on around them. They're not aware that there's a whole nother world right here, physical, right in front of them, that they can't even see. But Deanna enjoys playing with the rune cards. A lot of us do, just every once in a while throwing one out. Sometimes you have something trying to give you a message and they're having a hard time getting through, and they'll ask you, just please pull a rune card, because it's easier to say that than to try to figure out how to get a message across to you. There's a lot of spirit around, folks, and when you're a really strong source, it's hard to get talked to. Stephen Lewandowski is an incredibly powerful telepath. I almost never hear him when he's talking. And now, you know, now things are totally different too. I'm just, you know, this body's falling away. It's time. But this is another part of why I want y'all to get it as awake as you can be, so you can become aware of this stuff. The quicker, the sooner, the better. So I'm going to tell you about these two instances now. And one other thing after that. There's about to be a serious power play soon. The problems on this planet, things going on, they're about to be handled in force. Y'all are close to meeting the Drock. The real Drock. Not the Dracos, not the crap the bull you hear on the internet. Not everything on the internet is bull, okay? Only 98%, 97% of it, whatever. It depends on the day. Anyway. And that's relative to, you know, anything metaphysical or what's going on with space and stuff like that. That's what I'm concerned with. I'm concerned with the transition where you all become yourselves, where the earth is free finally after 11 million years. Yeah, I think we're a little overdue. Anyway, Deanna was playing with it, and she said, Jay, I was playing with some cards, but before anything happened, I was immediately getting a message. There's a problem in space, and a little bird came up and started talking to me. He said, tell Jay, tell Jay, tell Jay. And I'm like, okay, thanks, sweetie. I'm all over the place. I'm changing. I'm coming out of the body. I'm trying to get everything ready to go. The most important thing for me that I know for me to help you is to get out of here. So that's paramount. But because I'm not looking, because I am falling away out of my body, I get nonchalant about other things happening here. I know it's going to get taken care of later. Excuse me, and when I say later, I don't mean much later. It's more like soon, but let's just say later, okay? People ask for a time frame like that, and I don't know. It is so hard. Well, it is so hard for me to deal with stuff on a conscious level anymore. It's kind of nuts. Anyway, so 2 days ago, July 7th. What's today? Saturday? I think it's Saturday. That was Thursday. Two things happened. Let's take care of home first. I have to look at this on the map on Google. Northwest of San Francisco, I think, Mill Valley. It's not that far from the San Francisco Bridge, under the ground. There was some Annunaki, the problematic Annunaki here on the planet. They had a little task force to come from the ocean into about let me get this. They came into Muir Beach. Then that's where there's an entrance under the water, and they come in through the tubes, and then they went into Mill Valley, and it took a day and a half, and they got a hold of the escaped prisoners and took them back. They're scientists, doctors, a couple doctors, 3 doctors. And they got a hold of them. Now, there was some fighting underground, but it was all small. It was like a covert operation. I'm telling you this for a reason now. You have the time and day stamp, okay? It's for later, folks. It's for your future, for your knowing soon. Soon enough. Now, the other one was in South America. There was something going on in Brazil where there was troops moving around. The Annunaki resistance force was moving around. There's also some of the Annunaki themselves going through the jungles. Imagine that. There's going to be some skirmishes in the Amazon pretty soon. There's already stuff going on over there you don't hear about, but that's okay. It'll come out in the open more. Now, there was something very similar going on where they have not succeeded. It's actually in, what is that, Peru? Yeah, it's actually in Peru. Arequipa, right below Reserva Nacional Salinas Aguada. I know I butchered that, folks, doing the best I can. You find it's near a lot of these national reserves, you know, the places that people aren't supposed to be. Very lush and fertile. You'll find there's all kinds of stuff inside those things. They're large parchments of land where it's easy to control people easier to control people coming in and out. And they were trying to get a hold of some of the, you know, doctors and stuff. You know, the doctors, that's important for DNA stuff. But more than anything else, they want these doctors not to escape because they have information about what's been going on here. Okay, so that's around Arequipa, Peru, around July 7th. Okay, they still haven't got him, and they're not going to get him. They're not going to get him. Sorry. They're sorry. Okay, let me get out of that. This thing about the Drock. The Drock are very unique beings. They're very strong. They've been around forever. You know, so it seems. They have one ship right now that they're, I want to use the phrase powering up, but they're loading it with supplies. Excuse me. Where the heck is Saturn? They're oh man. I've always had a bad back. Anyway, They're picking up some supplies around Saturn. That's funny. But they're close to coming in. What the heck's going on? It's so weird seeing stuff outside of my body, looking at it from being outside of my body. There's some folks that are loading up in Saturn. They're getting ready to take off, and they're happy as hell. They got through the embargo. They're loading up supplies and going home, and they're happy to get out of here. They're not afraid, but they understand that this solar system right now is a little volatile. But back to the Drak, they're loading up. They're loading up on their home world. This is a large ship. They've noticed I already get involved with stuff here on the Earth physically, but you'll see the ship. Excuse me, you'll see the ship. Well, they're coming here to fight. They're literally preparing for what most people would call war. For them, it's a skirmish. Wow, my head's crackling so hard, this is nuts. My scanner popped out yesterday. It was like a cue bowl sticking out of my head. It's back down now though. They're on the way down here in a not a mothership as people would say, but a very large warcraft. And they're going to come here and they're going to lay down the law, and people are going to do what needs to be done, or they'll be taken out. The Drak are incredibly benevolent. They understand right and wrong. Okay? They have for whatever, a few trillion years, like many trillion years. The Drak are so many trillions of years old. The way we measure time, many, 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 many. They're waiting. Huh. As they come here, they're going to come here. They'll make kind of a quick shot, and then it's going to about 3/4 of the way, maybe even 7/8 of the way, whatever they want to do. That's what's hanging in the air right now. Then the rest, they're going to go real slow. Give everyone time to see him coming in. Folks, the big kids are coming to the sandbox. That's pretty much going to make the water boil here, okay? Okay, that's pretty interesting. They're not gonna. This one gentleman. He said they're not going to stop until the earth is cleaned out, meaning until all the Annunaki are gone. It might be a month and a half before this happens. They have a lot of patience, but you want to talk about surgical precision. They make less moves, they get more done. Now they're awesome. They got a little bit of an attitude towards the Draco too. That's funny. That's funny. That's what that's just in this guy's head. It's floating right here and right here. That thought process. Find the Draco, kill him. Find the Draco, kill him. That's where it's going on in his head. This guy's like a maybe in the way we look at the hierarchy in the military, he'd be like an admiral. He's in charge of a fleet, but he'll be there on the ship. This one ship is large. When it comes in, it'll have everything it needs on it. All the smaller ships, that'll come out of it. I'm talking about this stuff right now. Compare it with what happens in the future with what Corey tells you about, because Corey's standing there in the middle watching it, okay? Corey's here for a reason, folks. Okay? I really wanted to crank him up hard, but I can't. It's going to ruin something that's important. It has to be the way it is. You have to have someone who's got heart, who can see multidimensionally, and who has honor. And that's Corey Good. And he's working one-on-one with Ta'ir. Okay. That's enough looking at the Drak. Say goodbye to the gentleman. That's pretty neat. Folks, these people are strong. Very strong. They've been around a long time. Could you imagine what it'd be like for you if you lived in a society, and this is what's going to happen soon, this is what's in the process of already happening, where everyone understood they had metaphysical abilities, and they started developing them right away. Not that physical sports will go away, but the metaphysical sports are going to kick in hard and blow it away. For those of you that are trying to see too, and you see something, but it's you can't really get too much of a focus on it. It's like it moves around a little bit, your vision. This Hawaiian golden tiger's eye. I know that had to be loud. This stuff is awesome. Any golden tiger's eye is really good to help you with that, seeing. If you're feeling with your heart, use red tiger's eye. But this stuff is incredible. Deanna's got a good bit, and she's about to get another 40 pounds of it. Stones help us a lot, folks. That's important. You all need to see what the heck's going on. It doesn't matter if you're a pineal or scanner. Paul is super pineal. Bergiu is super scanner. They all have everything working, but that's where they're supercharged, if you want to use that word, okay? And that's not a bad word for it. Not with them. And they both see fine. They both see the same thing. If you see a slightly different, image of it, it's the same thing, though. And there's a lot of other folks that are getting ready to come out and see a lot stronger, too. But, at any rate, oh, damn. Again, this is part of your awakening, okay, folks? There's stuff happening. You're going to learn about the people in space first, or friends, family, other bodies you've had lives in, and don't freak out. I mean, it is exciting, kind of crazy, like, whoa, yeah, but don't, go run around in circles and bang your head in the wall, okay? Don't fear them and don't praise them, for Pete's sake. They're people like you and me and whatever. We just have different bodies. And if you want to know more about what's going on in space, folks, listen to Corey. Don't listen to this other crap on there. Ashtar Command. You folks are kidding me. I just sent you a message. I said, you're kidding me, right? All the smack garbage on the internet, and you're adding to it. It's unreal. Thank you, Commander. Or some guy talks with a little sound effects on his mic, and I'm like, why? Why are you doing this? I guess if you don't want attention, you just want to get a job done, when you see other people who just want attention, it's just kind of like, what the hell? Well, folks, there's a lot of stuff going on. Things are about to get serious, okay? Don't anyone take that as doomsday. No such thing, okay? But it is serious. You have people from different planets that live here on your planet. Some of the stuff that Corey talks about that he gets off that little tablet, and he's telling you right now, when you find out that that's not on the money, Corey didn't lie to you. He told you what was on the tablet, okay? Try to remember that. And also the fact that the Antids came to us in a pleasing shape, realize the value of a friend like that, who would actually smudge their own honor just to go for the important goal, which is making contact. Okay? Antids, Drock, you won't find more honorable people. The Drock, though, they're serious. They're going to maintain peace. They don't hardly get involved with stuff. They are now. Big time. And there's nothing in them controlling their bodies anymore. Just like everyone else had it. Every single one of us. Doesn't matter how strong you are. When that stupid spirit, the original first being male and female, or some of the strong forms of essence, or the angels, when they go in your head and mess with you, you're done. You're cooked. Even the Drock body, are they really strong? Oh, hell yes. But are they run too? Yeah, you go in the brain and run the brain. Folks, that's over. Families coming together all throughout creation. On the other side, and definitely here in the third dimension. And the Drock, let's just say they're sitting at the head of the table. Right next to them is the Antids. As a matter of fact, we have them on opposite sides. And the nice thing is, we have good company all around us, okay? But if you don't get away from the crap on the internet, you're going to think the wrong thing of both of them. You're not going to know who's what, because that disinformation is being planted there on purpose. Okay? If Corey tells you something about a firefight or something like that, listen to him. Okay? Some of the other stuff he talks about, like the moon was hollow brought here and stuff, sorry folks. He's talking about stuff he reads on that tablet, which is disinformation for everybody. There's a lot going on inside it, but it's not it's not that. Anyway, get ready to welcome yourself to a new world. This is why you flow within, so you can see all kinds of nice stuff. Be aware of it. Feel it. Folks, I love you, man. Have a good morning.